This is ridiculous. Oh wait, Technoblade's in the lobby. Oh, I got to kill him. Wait. Die, Technoblade. Now you die. No. What a scam.
And that clip was 7 years ago. Today, so I was playing Hypixel the other week. My university friends were asking me like, hey, you want to hop on Hypixel? And I was like, sure. For context, I used to play Hypixel a shit ton back in high school. And, I was pretty competitive in it, honestly. And I was playing, right? Playing like around like a lot of mini games and stuff like that. And then we hopped on Skywars, and that's what I used to main back then. And I got my ass handed to me. And I'm like, bro, I spent like 3 to like 4 or 5 years on this. Like, was all my time like wasted on this? Anyways, that's beside the point. So that made me kind of like go in like a spiral where it's like, I don't think I watch Minecraft content. A lot of what I watch now is like, Rethinking content. And it's like, when I look back of how like differently what I used to do, it's like, man, I miss Hypixel. I miss the Hypixel that I knew of. I know like a lot of people have moved on, but like when you reminisce and like revisit the server and then just think of like all the old content creators, it's like, man, shit ain't the same, bro. I mean like the OGs, kind of like the golden era, in my opinion. I mean everyone's like own golden era could be a little subjective, but like I don't know, some examples were like Tapel, the original Ace, Defib. Even Skeppy's videos were kind of funny to an extent for me. Maybe I was a child, but I mean, when we're all growing up with Hypixel, I feel like most of us were in our teens, right? And then there was Techno, and then I was like, oh shit, yeah. And then that made me watch a lot of his videos again, and I was like, so yeah, I guess I wanted to talk about in more specific, Technoblades. I guess at the time, this is more about like so Technoblade was a Minecraft content creator before he became like extremely big. He was a Hypixel YouTuber. From primarily what I ended up watching him was like Bed Wars, Skywars, all that stuff. But yeah, he did Minecraft Monday, the Dream SMP, and like other stuff like that. I didn't watch all of it, right? And then there was Minecraft Championships. He like did like a lot of event stuff. He became extremely popular due to his. I mean, he had always dry humor. It was great from the very beginning to the end. He was always himself. But like back then when Technoblade uploaded, again back when it was Hypixel content, it was gonna be a good day. He barely posted like somewhat monthly. I mean, it was a meme. He barely posted, right? But I think when he did put like extra effort, again, more memes and stuff like that, some of his content is extremely replayable to this day. Even like his general minimal like editing style or stuff like that, it really showed. I feel like no matter what happened during the time of like his growth, of like it happened all at once, right? A lot of people, I think it's very easy like to feel pressured in this situation. I'm sure for him, he felt a little bit afterwards. His base character never changed, and like what he wanted was just to simply make best content possible, and he was true to his personality as it could be. And I think that's something to really appreciate nowadays. Can't really put into words. It's just authenticness. Hypixel OGs knew him, right, since like the early days in a sense, and the community was. I would like to say, at least from like when I was watching him and just seeing him like kind of grow as a content creator, and like like Hypixel players can think like I knew that man when he was like that size, right? But I'm assuming the community was proud of him, and so was I. Kind of seeing our homie grow from someone who just played on a Minecraft server to being like pretty much one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers of all time. It kind of comes down to the point of like, I don't think in my lifetime we're gonna meet another person like Alex again. And I wanted to talk about Techno because I remember like at the time, the day of his passing, I kind of remember vividly. I was in denial. I thought the video was a joke for whatever reason, and then I was checking the comments to pray like, this is some fucked up joke, right? But it wasn't the case. I don't want to say I was a insane fan. I just didn't know how to feel about it. I remember talking to my brother afterwards about it, but like, yeah, I guess it's just like, damn, legacy. I can't undo like the past like shit. I talked about this in the previous video of like, I don't know, toxic interactions I did with other games and stuff like that, and just going for validation for like, these games and just trying to like prove a point now. Like, what the fuck? I can't even win a game of Skywars now. Like, I'm in university. It's 2:30 a.m. I've been so stressed. I haven't been able to like study. I'm gonna go abroad to Korea this summer, and it's just thinking to myself, man, what the fuck did I spend my time, like my entire high school, doing? I wasn't mature at all, and it wasn't even about being mature because you grow. As you grow, you mature up. But it was like lately, I have been having the least amount of self control, and I hate it. I've been feeling like I feel like an autopilot. There's only very few times I can feel like focused like this, and it's usually when I'm like done with my shit. Again, like my heart and my head, like I feel like they're two separate things. Thought process, I know it could be flawed, but like, and I just forgot what I was talking about. But I guess I'm just thankful to Alex, you know? Why am I saying his name? I didn't know him personally. I miss Technoblade because to the very end, he was his true character. And as someone who's been doing content creation for many, many, many years, I know when validation got into my head, I started making stuff that I didn't enjoy anymore. And this would happen channel after channel after channel. Yeah, there was also ranked Skywars. God, I don't know, man. It's somewhat bittersweet when I was playing on Hypixel again. I think it was fun because I was playing it with people that I considered were like people I never played Hypixel with. Like these are like my IRL friends, right? But I never really considered they ever played Hypixel because I didn't know them. We would always hang out in person, not really online per se, but I don't know, it just made me think about all this past stuff, and I personally feel guilty that at the time I never got to talk about Techno's passing when it was fresh in my head and I had like the right things to say. Now it's just more like I don't necessarily feel sad about it. I think it's just more like I miss him, and when you miss something it makes you forget how much you took things for granted, and I guess that's somewhat how I feel now about high school gaming. Like I miss being ignorant. I miss just spending hours at a time just gaming. I was in my bubble, my online bubble, and I'm bursting out of it. But now the real world is fucking, for me, it's very scary. I've noticed a lot like this year, at least with myself in university, that like holy shit, I've been comparing myself with like other residential assistants like on my team, and I feel like I don't deserve this position to my peers of like what do I actually have going for myself. It's again a little personal, but like I ended up getting a award for Rookie of the Year, and which can only be obtained by first or second year RAs, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't deserve this. I feel like I am the worst RA you could have possibly picked from all these amazing candidates who actually know their residents, are a lot more social, and then you have me who like gets drained after like a few like social interactions where I just huddle into my room, and then of which I can't use that time to actually do things that are somewhat productive, my career and stuff like that. It's just, it doesn't even have to be career. I can't even have fun. I'm just overthinking the process of having fun. So I just resort to going back to the same brute habits, but it's no longer fun because I feel guilty about the stuff. I know that I'm doing the shit that I don't necessarily, like in my heart, find meaning anymore towards. Back then I used to like crave these validations, like these like stats, and like I just didn't have my priorities checked, and now I know that, and it's like in the back of my head I'm trying to tell myself to stop, but I can't stop. There's no freaking brakes in my head. Like the monkey, and yes, I like to think of the analogy a lot with the TED Talk, like the inside of the minds of a procrastinator, that the wheel in my brain recently, it's like, or I guess this can be just in general, it's like the instant gratification monkey was always there, and now it's like I'm so out of like control of myself. It's so severe. By the time I ended up playing with my friends, we ended up hopping in Bed Wars, which it ended up being like an hour game. It was a nail biter set. It was me and this other guy. Both our beds were gone, and yeah, his teammates were being toxic in chat, but like my character hasn't changed. I just ended up being the same, just like typing a bunch of shit. It's like, what are you trying to prove? Fucking man-child probably getting angry at like middle high schoolers. It's like, shit, man. I'm not much better, am I? I mean, some of my friends think it's funny, but others, it's like, you know, something that I realize is that it's really unprofessional. It comes out as kind of cringe. It comes out as hot-tempered. And that's where I realized, like, hey, he's gonna judge me in the future as someone, as a temporary friend, as a university friend, rather than like a lifelong friend. And I don't want that. This person in particular, He's probably my closest university friend, and has helped me through countless stuff. And the little stuff like that adds up to your relationships. And I felt like, man, I was letting myself down. I was letting him down by just continuing to do the same actions that I said I wouldn't otherwise. I know these things take time, but it's like, yeah, man.